about to do his shit all the way from England. Please show your love for Mr. James Irwin.
You look dumb, man, bitch. I ain't fucking with you. I got a million trillion things I'd rather
It's always the music I walk onto when I go on stage as a 5'8" white English male. Now, a lot of people don't know this about me. I'm something of a martial artist. I have a white belt in karate. And a lot of people think that a white belt is the basic level of karate. But those people would be wrong, they would be incorrect, they would be idiots. The basic level of karate is not knowing any karate whatsoever. One has to earn one's white belt, and the way you earn a white belt in karate is largely by paying the £10 registration fee and doing a short demonstration. Which means whilst I can't physically defend myself, I can, in a controlled environment, do karate at you. If actions speak louder than words, why is charade so hard? I watch a lot of porn because for some reason girls aren't interested in somebody who can't physically defend themselves or get a job or shave or dress themselves like a grown man. But I'm not ashamed of the fact I watch a lot of pornography. You tell me another medium that so positively depicts interracial couples. Of all my jokes, that's one that usually goes down well. I thought I'll come to America, I'll dumb it down, I'll do jokes about pornography. You're not enjoying it though. Not just you, not just this room, other places I do it. It's how you'd imagine performing that sort of material in England we go. But in England people love it, they lap it up. They love hearing about online pornography because we're a repressed race. Where it is socially unacceptable to talk about sex all the time. Unlike America, where it seems to be the predominant topic of conversation. I was in a car. That's not a boast. I was in a car recently with a friend, an automobile.
Oh my God.
I was in an automobile with a friend and we picked somebody up. And the first thing, and this girl got in the car, and the first thing she said was not, "Good morning, how do you do?" or "Lovely weather we're having." The first thing she said was, "I'm so proud of myself. I made my girlfriend come 4 times yesterday." In England, that is not considered polite breakfast time conversation. Porn stuff, let's try an intellectual joke.
Okay, let's do it.
At a roadside establishment at midnight, on a Monday evening, it's bound to go well. I've just started reading The Mystery of Edwin Drood by Charles Dickens. I can't wait to see how it ends. Some laughter there, possibly out of politeness rather than getting it. I noticed some people started laughing when I said that I've been reading a book. Which is perhaps the most American reaction I've had to any joke I've ever done. That wasn't the funny bit. The funny bit was a bit afterwards. But most people don't get that joke. Most people don't understand it because it's sophisticated English comedy, like we have in England. You know, sophisticated English comedy that we have. You know, like Mr. Bean and that. That would be like what a good comedian would do. Go, oh, people are laughing at this, I'm not going to do it. But I keep doing it and then just explaining it, because English comedy isn't about having a good time. It's about making people feel intellectually inferior. So what I'm going to do now at the end, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain why that's funny. So you might not have laughed on a Monday night at midnight in a roadside bar. You might not have laughed, but at least you'll have bettered yourselves. And thus enriched your lives by seeing me perform tonight. The reason that joke is funny is because Charles Dickens died before he got to the end of the book. Like, not reading it, writing it, he died before he got to the end, right? So my excitement, it's alright, he was old, it's not like he was 15 or anything, he was, 80 or something. And by all accounts, not a terribly pleasant individual, but that isn't really very funny, relevant, or suitable to the conversation of this time. So the reason the joke is funny is that I'm expressing anticipation about getting into this book, but I'm not going to get that satisfying conclusion, right? Am I? Because he died, there's no ending. And that is called dramatic irony, right? Unfortunately, for dramatic irony to work, the audience, that's you, need to know more than the character, which in this instance is me. I'm the character, the stand-up comedian, telling the joke, right? Because this isn't who I am in real life. I know that there's elements of mystery living and rude, so I wouldn't get excited about it because I went to English school where we learn things, right? That's why I can tell jokes like this and understand them and then deconstruct them at length. So it doesn't really work because the audience don't know more than the character. That's me, I'm the character, right? Because your school system has failed you. Reading, I don't know what books you read, but not one's relevant to this performance of stand-up comedy. Anyway, I've got one little bit at the end that I'm going to do now. I've got bored of that joke, there was more to it, but I got bored of doing it. Right, so I'm just gonna end with this quick little story about the man I hate the most, right? There's a stand-up comedian in England called Michael McIntyre, and I hate him. I fucking hate him, right? I hate him. And the reason I hate him is because he looks Chinese. It's not racist because he's in Chinese. The reason I'm upset that he looks Chinese is because, as you may have noticed, I also happen to look Chinese. Not because he's a famous comedian, he's on TV and that, and he does jokes about looking Chinese. And I can't do jokes about looking Chinese because then it just looks like I'm ripping him off, even though I would prefer not to look Chinese. I would prefer if I looked like Tom Hiddleston, or even Andy Serkis in Lord of the Rings, like a proper English person. But I don't look like that. I look Chinese, but I can't do self-deprecating jokes about looking Chinese because there's a famous comedian who looks Chinese, so I can't do jokes about looking Chinese. And I've got caught in a loop where I keep saying the word Chinese. But I'm a lot more Chinese than Michael McIntyre can ever hope to be, for three main reasons. The first, I'm physically smaller. Secondly, I'm an only child. Slightly controversial. And the third reason is that I know a lot more about karate. That's a callback to the first joke I did, right? That's another example of sophisticated English comedy. So, if you ever see another English comedian, pay attention to what they say at the beginning, because it might come back at the end to comic effect. Not so much tonight, but thank you for listening. I've been James Owen. Enjoy the rest of your evening.